Hello again, it's Danny Rosendahl. Finally up to date with this video on the NFL first round draft. This is 2025. Again, only the first round. And we're going to start off with a quarterback, Cam Ward from the University of Miami. Went first overall to the Tennessee Titans, and he's being featured on the Netflix documentary, which kind of makes up for the way that the whole coverage was of that draft. Poor guy, he got like kind of shoved into the background. I don't think there's ever been in the last 20 years, 25 years, a first round draft pick, first a quarterback, not talked as much as talked as little as him because everybody was focused on the son of Deion Sanders, who ended up going to the fifth round. But okay, so let's move on. Second overall pick was Travis Hunter, taken by the Jacksonville Jaguars from University of Colorado, and he played two positions full time in college. So everybody was like, "Oh, they're getting basically two players for one," and then he ended up getting a hurt in his rookie year. But time will tell. Number three overall, Abdul Carter, who, funnily enough, wanted Lawrence Taylor's phone number, jersey number, but of course, people pretty much talked him out of that. He went to the University of Penn State, and he's an edge. Went to the Giants. Number four overall, Will Campbell went to the Patriots. LSU offensive tackle. Number five overall, Mason Graham from the University of Michigan. Went to the Browns, defensive tackle. Sixth overall, running back Ashton Genty, who's a pretty highly touted draft pick. People thought, it's hard first running backs in the first round. I mean, it's tough. But anyways, he went to the Raiders, so that was a disaster for him. He went to Boise State. Didn't have a very. I mean, I think he rushed for almost 1,000 yards, which was pretty unbelievable considering how bad the Raiders were last season. Seven overall, Armand Mimbo, University of Missouri, offensive tackle. He went to the Jets. I feel sorry for him. Eight overall to the Panthers, Tetiora McMillan, Arizona wide receiver. He turned out to be really good. Number nine overall, Kelvin Banks Jr. from the University of Texas, offensive tackle, went to the Saints. So they had a good season with I believe their quarterback was a rookie, but I'm not sure if he was the first round, so we'll find out. Anyways, 10th overall, Colston Loveland, University of Michigan, tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears, considered very, very good. I believe he got injured, or was that the guy on the Packers who was an offensive player? No, I think Loveland got injured, but he had a very good season until he got injured. Number 11 overall, Mikal Williams from the University of Georgia. Went to San Francisco 49ers. He was an edge. I'm not sure how he did. They were pretty injury prone last season, so hope he wasn't one of them. We hope that no player ever gets injured again. Um, 12 overall, Tyler Booker from University of Alabama, offensive guard, went to the Cowboys. Not sure how he did there. 13th overall, Kenneth Grant went to the Dolphins for University of Michigan, defensive tackle. Dolphins were really bad last year, so I'm not sure how he did. I don't even know if he started. Usually they do start, the first rounders. Number 14 overall, Tyler Warren from Penn State, tight end, went to the Colts. He had a very, very good rookie year. Number 15 overall, Jalen Walker, University of Georgia, linebacker, went to the Falcons. They had a pretty good defense, so if he started, then he was on a, let's say, middle of the pack or a little slightly above middle of the pack defense. 16th overall, Walter Nolan went to the Cardinals from Ole Miss, defensive tackle. Number 17 overall, Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M. He was an edge. He went to the Bengals. I just heard that he got injured or his knee got injured, and I think he was injured his rookie season. So not off to a good NFL start. Also, Bengals defense was terrible, but I'm not even sure he played most of last year. 18 pick overall, Gray Zabel went to the Seahawks. If he started, then he was on a Super Bowl winning team. North Dakota State offensive guard. 19 overall, Emeka Uboka from Ohio State, wide receiver, went to the Bucks. Now, Ohio State wide receivers, generally speaking, 8 out of 10 of them or 9 out of 10 of them are unbelievable. So he had a very good year, and then he kind of like fell off. But Baker Mayfield was injured. I'm sure it's going to be profiled or talked a lot about in the. He got Baker Mayfield kind of got injured in the season, so I think it's going to be discussed in the quarterback. Yeah, Baker Mayfield's being featured in the quarterback series on Netflix, and he was a number one overall pick as well. Baker Mayfield, um, 21 pick, 21st pick, Derek Harmon from the University of Oregon, defensive tackle, went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They kind of had like a meh year. Of course, they somehow made the playoffs. Of course, under Mike Tomlin, awesome, amazing coach. Never had a losing season, but they got bounced in the first round. 22nd overall on Marion Hampton in North Carolina, running back, went to the Chargers. I'm not sure how he did there. They had both their like right and left tackles got injured, so they had a really porous offensive line. So I'm pretty sure he didn't have a good year. 23, Matthew Golden, University of Texas, went to the Green Bay Packers, like the first time in like 20 years or 25 years that they took a wide receiver in the first round. And everybody was basically saying that they didn't know how to use him or they didn't use him correctly. So time will tell. 24th overall, Donovan Jackson from Ohio State, offensive guard, went to the Vikings. They had a pretty bad year, so they not really sure. I think they were third place in their division somehow. Somehow they like won 8 or 9 games, even though they had pretty bad quarterback play, which is why they brought in a quarterback to challenge their highly drafted quarterback the season before. They brought in a number one quarterback to challenge a first round quarterback. This is the way it goes in the NFL. 25th overall, Jackson Dart was from Ole Miss, quarterback, went to the New York Giants. People seem to really like him, so we'll see how that goes. He was in some concussion protocols a few times. People say it's a little bit reckless, but people say he likes his moxie. 26th overall, James Pierce Jr., Tennessee, is an edge. Went to the Falcons. I think they had a pretty good defense last year. 27th pick overall, Malachi Starks, Georgia, safety, went to the Ravens. Not sure how he did. 28th overall, Tylek Williams, Ohio State, defensive tackle, went to the Lions. Not sure how he did his rookie season. 29th overall, Josh Connerly Jr. From Oregon, offensive tackle, went to the Washington Commanders. Right, because they were really good. The year before they got all the way to the NFC Championship, so that's why they had a low pick. A high, number 29th overall. 30th overall, the Bills, Maxwell Hairston, Kentucky cornerback. Not sure how he did. I don't even know if he started. I don't remember hearing his name throughout the season. But again, I don't really watch a lot of the games. Watch the highlights because I live 8 hours or 7 hours away from Eastern Time Zone, so it's almost impossible to watch games unless they're the early morning games or the games in UK and Europe. I can watch those, but usually those aren't even very good teams, and they're early in the season. 31st overall pick, Jahad Campbell from University of Alabama, linebacker, went to the Eagles. And the 32nd overall pick, why did the the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Right, they got beat by the Eagles. Is that why they had the 32nd pick? But why wouldn't the Eagles have the 32nd pick? Was there a trade? Anyways, the 32nd pick overall was Josh Simmons from Ohio State, offensive tackle, went to the Kansas City Chiefs because they were having problems protecting Mahomes. They were having a lot of turnover in the offensive tackle position, which is one of the reasons they got clobbered in the Super Bowl. Actually, that happened to them before with the Bucks, so they should have learned their lesson. But listen, they have like a generational quarterback. The guy's been to like 5 Super Bowls. We've won what 9 AFC championships in a row since Patrick Mahomes won the league. Only in one season, which was last season, where they had didn't get him to get to the playoffs because he got injured. Your quarterback goes down, you have no chance. Anyhow, that wraps up this video for the 2025 draft, and see how the season goes. Bye.